Hey, hello, how are you? And welcome to Road Odyssey. Hey, hope y'all are doing great. Thank you very much for popping up on my video. Please subscribe down below if you've got a second. I really do appreciate that very, very much. So this video is going over a little bit of the front dash, the dials, tiles, for the tax, speed, gas, and all that. The front license plate, navigation, just some little things that I like the AC venting, the quietness of the car. Also going over what is really the break-in period for this car. Yes, it's 500 miles for the engine, but what else do you need to think about? A little bit about spotting bad wheels. So be sure and check your wheels out, look for holes. And is there really, when you first buy the car, low differential fluid? Is that something you need to look at? So let's get into it. Made it out here to the garage. It is a beautiful day. And you see, I do keep my car covered. This is a very old garage. And so keeping it covered up to protect it from dirt, dust, and cats, because we do have cats come out here all the time. So let me get this cover off and we'll get started. Alright, so sitting in the car, if there's one thing that you really like to do because you're getting into tight spots like me pulling into my garage and you feel a little paranoid about your rear view mirrors, well, there's this button right here. Just press this one once and you will see your mirrors come in, come back down, press it again, and you will see them go right back out. So I really like that. That is a good feature. I know this is kind of a small deal, but to me, I really like it. These vents are just kind of at waist level here, then over here as well. So very sleek design. I really like that. Another thing that I really like about this is that instead of having your vents up high, being down low, for me, they don't blow in my face. And it kind of dries my eyes out, regardless of whether it's warm air or hot air. So I kind of like them down low like this, to where they just hit me in the gut. If I need it in my face for a little bit, that's fine, it'll work too. But when I'm out cruising, I much prefer the vents being down low. This is a great design to me, or at least regardless of whether you like the design or not, it's a good placement. One more thing that I'm very happy with on this car is that the screen is very responsive. So, you know, I can move around, I can get to the PDR very easy. And there it is. It's already set for me. I don't put any video overlays on it. I just use it plain Jane. We go out on country drives, and so I like to just capture the scenery and animals and things like that that's going on. So to me, this PDR is so easy to get to and just to immediately start using. Go back to home. Now the other thing that I use the most is navigation. Bam. I don't have to sit here and try to hit the buttons or touch screen multiple times. It's just ready to go. It gets on the screen that you want in a fairly instantaneous manner. So I really like that from a driver's perspective. This is so much better. Alright, this is super dumb, but I just wanted to express the fact that I really like this navigation screen. One fact is, just to zoom in and out, all I've got to do is hit these two buttons. It is so much easier than any of the other navigation screens that I've had to use, such as in the older Corvettes or the Jaguar F-Type, things like that. This is so much easier to use. All right, one more thing. You can see down here, I've got a little over 1,000 miles. My tachometer changed at the 500 mile, telling me that the engine has gone through the break-in period. So remember that when you first get your car, 500 mile break-in period. One additional thing that I've read, you are not supposed to use your cruise control, which is right here, and you should, in theory, wait until after you've driven 1,500 miles before stressing the engine and really trying to play with these cars. Supposedly, that's a better break-in period. Okay, here I just simply typed in C8 Corvette 1,500 mile break-in period. Now, this is a autoblog.com article, and it is saying that according to the owner's manual, there is this 1,500 mile break-in period. This is a total, quote unquote, total break-in period. So it's saying don't use the cruise control, keep your speeds moderate, and avoid hard cornering and avoid hard stops to allow the break-in for the tires and brakes to, be worn in properly. All right, so here I am on the Autoblog article going over this break-in period. And one other thing that I wanted to add to this, not only just the 1,500 miles to be aware of, so there's a lot of little things in here about that if you're not really interested in reading the whole manual right now. But one thing that is very important, it also says, for further monitoring, the driver should check engine oil after every fueling period. They say that the oil and fuel consumption might be higher than normal until the car gets comfortable. So be sure to check this out and to maybe follow this little guideline. Here's what you probably see when you first buy your car. For me, I take long drives, so I want to see more oil temps, trans temps, radiator, water temp, that kind of deal. So I want to change this. And I'm going to be using this selector on the right hand side of the steering wheel. And so we're going to be watching this screen right here. So I'm going to back off. First thing we're going to do is we're going to push this arrow right here so that we index from trip counter, and we're going to go across these dashes to different menu options. And we're going to go all the way across until you see display. So here I am. I'm going to start pressing this button here and index across. Okay, now we're in options, and I'm going to select display design by pushing on this middle roller. So I'm going to push once on this and it'll go down into display design. So push it, and there it went. Now we're in display design. Now there's a lot of things that you can do here. For me, I'm going to keep this super simple. I'm going to, again, use the roller right here in order to go up and down on this selection right here. I'm going to go down to track. So there's Tour, Sport, Track. Now, to select it again, I'm going to push on this roller, push straight in, and you'll see everything change. So here I'm pushing in on the button, and there it is. That's what I like to use. The other thing that I tend to do right now, this is a pretty good screen setup for me. What I do is I index back the other way to a different tile. So I'm going to do that. So I'm going to press this arrow to go back the other way on this option. So options, oil life. I tend to use this. So for right now, like I said, I'm keeping this super simple. And this is how my screen will remain. Okay, one more thing to remember is to look at your wheels. Check out the time period that your wheels were made, or your car was made, rather. And just see if you should be worrying about holes in your wheels. They're going to be extremely small, very small needle prick looking holes. And you know, it's just really important to look at this. You can take it to your car dealership. They can do an inspection for you, but very important to look into this. This is a Car Scoops article referring to the GM Technical Service Bulletin for 2020 and 2021 Chevrolet C8 Corvettes because of tiny holes in the back side of the wheels. So the bulletin covers 13,049 Corvette models built for the 2020 and 2021 model years, with 10% of the vehicles believed to be impacted by this problem. So these are holes across the back side of the spokes. So this is impacting both open spoke and Trident wheels. So here's a picture of it right here. You'll see these little holes, but you've got to dismount these wheels or your wheels on your C8 and really look for these things. So here's the article. I will put a link below in the description for this topic. Here I am on the Corvette Blogger article, and scrolling down, this is what you're looking for. Having the license plate just on the front, keep the police off your case. And so in this article, they give you a step-by-step process of taking the original front fascia off. And here he is with it in his hand. And there is the insert right here. You bend your license plate a little bit and get it down in there, and hopefully that'll take care of the business for you. And I will put the link to this article down below in the description. I'm very sorry this video is long enough already, so I will not be talking about the rear diff fluid in this video. All right, well, that'll do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Please subscribe down below. Thank you for that as well. And like I said before, the C8 Corvette has been out for over a year now, but a lot of us, this is new. We're just now getting a Corvette. I mean, some of y'all have waited a very long time. So these simple observations are just kind of catch up, get reacquainted with the car, and some of the things that you might want to consider and think about. So anyway, hope you enjoyed it. Relax. Take it easy, and I will see you later. Bye.